Have you struggled with finding your purpose in life? Think about Mitch specifically and his struggle with finding his purpose. Do we all have a purpose? What is that purpose? A great sum of what Mitch valued most was made up of the materialistic. He would put so much pressure on himself to be successful in material terms, such as having the most money, the nicest car, the nicest house, and the perfect life. But by devoting so much of his time to fabricate a successful image to his coworkers, to his bosses, and to strangers, he lost what he was truly passionate about. Before he became polluted with greedy desires, he was burning with eagerness to pursue professional piano playing. Somewhere along the way, he was discouraged by his dream and switched to what most of us do. I spent so many hours on things that meant absolutely nothing to me personally. Movie stars, supermodels, the latest noise out of Princess Di or Madonna, or John F. Kennedy Jr. Humans are naturally greedy people. We oftentimes place the greatest value on money-oriented possessions that in general provide nothing of substance, other than a temporary fix and a fabricated image that is not a true reflection of the things in life we truly love and desire. Our effortless need for greater possessions holds us back from what we can truly define as our purpose. The idea of the purpose in life has been debated for centuries. It would be no surprise if Adam and Eve had even questioned it themselves. In 2003, the Quality of Life Research Center was able to provide 5 scientific theories that suggested the meaning and purpose of life within human beings. They did so to comfort patients because it was shown that hypothetical, nonsensical ideas are not as comforting as ideas that are in accordance with facts of life. However, it is important to know that we are beings, conscious, alive, full of feelings and full of memories that cannot be condensed down and explained through mere chemical explanations. Each of these theories revolve around one specific idea known as a life's mission. According to this, from the beginning of his or her existence, the human being had a constructive purpose of life, which at the same time also is our greatest talent. When we learn to use this talent, we become not only happy, but also healthy and well-functioning in our relationships with ourselves and the surrounding world. When a human being denies and suppresses him or herself, he or she becomes ill, unhappy, and malfunctioning. We believe that you need to find your true self and live in balance according with your life purpose, which will be the very best medicine for you even at the end of your life. However, negative side effects are easy to encounter when identifying a purpose within ourselves. When we deny and suppress ourselves, the fear of failure is an inevitable barrier that every person with a purpose will encounter. This sought-after feeling of needing to know exactly what to do with our lives ultimately creates a shadow on our actual selves that distracts us from the things in our life that will truly fill the feeling of having purpose. A materialistic outlook undermines deep spirituality, satisfying relationships, and much else that makes life worth living. This is what Morrie believed. His awaiting death served to finally share his idea about the value of a meaningful life with those around him. On the contrary, as Mitch matured, he carried a different approach to define a meaningful life. Unlike Morrie, Mitch viewed the societal systems that had normalized materialistic purposes as stepping stones to one day reaching individual freedom. He believed that as his material wealth expanded, then so would his ability to choose. As a general idea, this would appeal to many because oftentimes money can be a greater gateway to eventually being able to have the freedom to embark on our actual purpose. Since most people cannot live off of being artists or singers or piano players, money can make it easier to get there. However, Mitch believed he would only be giving up on the small price of time in exchange for his eventful purpose. In the end, he lost more than time. He became unhappy, overworked, and selfish. The earliest sophisticated attempt to measure materialism conceived of the construct as a trait composed of 3 facets: possessiveness, non-generosity, and envy. The biggest thing that Mitch gave up was his relationship with his brother. Of course, his piano playing was a great loss, but throughout the book, we can tell that what Mitch wishes he had most is a relationship with his dying brother. His Tuesdays spent with Morrie consisted of learning to open up, to express himself, to cherish his life and his family, and to learn the value of his purpose, to ultimately stop suppressing himself. Thanks to Morrie, unlike most of the material world, Mitch acknowledged his true purpose and reached out to his brother. The risk of being rejected yet again by his own family did not stop him that final time, and his struggle with purpose reached its end.